From Daytona is the 450 main event. Checkered flag out. Tomac wins A1. And nobody does it better than Jett Lawrence. Oh, Eli Tomac's down. Off to the side of the track. Sexton is down. Sexton has dropped it from the lead. RM Plessinger is down.
Don't count me out. I'm not done yet.
Sexton taking the 450 title.
Hello and welcome back for round 8 of the RM Fantasy SXperts. I am Chase.
I'm Charles.
And we are your hosts. If you're joining us live right now, we want to say hello and thank you for joining us. We got a great show today. We got Levi Kitchen, red plate holder
for
250 West Coast calling in. Mr. Consistent.
That's right.
Gonna figure out what's gotten into those starts because that dude's crushing on that PC bike.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, if you guys have questions for Levi Kitchen, we'll see if we can get to a couple of those, so leave those in the chat. He's going to be calling in here just a little bit later. Go Right said he just uses RM Cash. Don't forget, Charles.
Nice work.
Fantasy points. Go to Fantasy Cash. How many points you get this weekend?
I got 40 points this weekend.
I'm just chipping, dude. Chipping away. Got 45. I only got 45.
Yeah.
But I'm chipping away.
That's not bad.
You left Webb in to win, right?
I did. I almost took him out. So I was sitting there right before. I was like, man, Jett's looking real good. But I was like, no, I got to go with the stats, and it paid off.
Dude, stats don't lie. It's what I've learned. Like, they didn't lie in Arlington, or excuse me, Phoenix, when Coop didn't do good. But then they said he's the king of Arlington, and, dude, I kept him in there for that reason.
Yep.
And he did good, so I was stoked on that. All right, everybody. Well, look, like I just said, your fantasy points, they translate into the Fantasy Cash, so make sure link your accounts if you haven't yet. But go spend that money on Rocky Mountain. It's free money. Why wouldn't you? It does expire after a month. Don't forget that. All right. What's that?
Just a nice little bonus.
Yeah, and I got to say, too, the memes have just been going off. Well, it helps when you got Danger Boy and some of these guys giving us some good quotes.
Yeah.
So it's not too bad.
There's some good stuff.
But look, we're headed into Daytona, Eli Tomac's house.
Yep.
I'm excited for that. But before we do that, though, let's just take a look at what we got up for grabs for the weekly prizes. Nick, if you could throw those up on the board real quick. There they are.
10 weekly prizes. First place, $500 spending spree from 7 Gear.
Dude, $500. That's 2 couple full sets of gear.
I love it.
Do it.
Get you set up for the spring.
Okay.
Second place, the front and rear tire from Bridgestone. Third place, you're getting the Fastway foot pegs. Fourth place, you're getting the clutch and brake lever from ASV. Fifth place, Fastco foot pegs. Sixth place, the Fox casual spending spree. Seventh place, some stuff from Motul. Eighth place, the Fly protection package. Ninth, getting some goodies from Scott. And 10th, you're getting the Acerbis spending spree.
That's right. All right. And grand prizes, what do we got for grabs here? Look, we got the 3 race prep dirt bikes we're giving away. We got a VIP trip to Fastway up in Idaho. Year supply of Dunlop MX-34 tires. Stakes it, giving away some prizes. Motion Pro, there they are again. Accessory package. Shout out to them. Awesome sponsor. Fantasy for a long time now. Pro Honda generator and spending spree from Honda. 9th place. Fly Racing gear spending spree, and then, of course, Oakley goggles or sunglasses spending spree. So, again, thank you to all the sponsors that do this.
KTM.
It's KTM, everybody. It's a lot of work behind the scenes to get all these sponsors, but a lot of these sponsors have been there year after year after year, and we couldn't thank them enough. So, thank you very much. All right, KTM leaderboards. Let's see what we got here, Nick. Throw it up there. Overall season, how many points do you have total, Chuck?
I'm ashamed. 247.
Well, you have more than me. I'm at 212. The leader's at 366 right now. Suz 908 or Suze. I don't know. It looks a little suspect.
Yep.
Look at that RM Fantasy 683.
I was going to say shout out to Chipper RMB 147
in our group.
He's getting real close. Yeah.
How is RM Fantasy 683 not in the fantasy group?
Yeah, what's going on there?
I mean,
I checked it out, and Chipper is actually like 84th place
overall.
Something like that.
It's how does fantasies? I mean, the fantasy group's totally happy and fine that RM Fantasy 683 is not in the group, but yeah, if you're in the chat and you're on the top 10 leaderboard right now in the SXperts group or overall, shout it out. We want to see.
Yeah.
Let's see. Robert M says about 18th in the group. That's pretty freaking good. And then top scores from Detroit. Still no perfect scores.
That's so crazy.
I love it. Just means we got a stacked class, and it's just you just don't know what's going to happen.
It's beautiful. It keeps it spicy.
I wonder how many perfect scores. I wonder how many perfect scores got ruined because Jett crashed twice. Yeah. I wonder how many people had a perfect score right up, or even after Jett crashed his first time, Webb's in second. Mm-hmm. Then how many people were right then and there were like, dude, I'm going to have a perfect score. And then Jett crashed again. So Jett screwed everybody over like 3 times.
He did.
That's all right, though.
You got to take that into consideration, though. I mean, past few races, he's made a few mistakes. So I kind of expected, or I was betting on that.
Do you call it rookie mistakes, though? Like him crashing that rhythm lane, the first crash. Like we have that highlight. Do you call that?
The tough block.
Yeah, in the tough block. Is that a rookie mistake or just a rider mistake? Like, could anybody have done that? Tomac did it last year in a Triple Crown. Jumped right onto a tough block.
Done it.
I don't think that was a rookie mistake.
Yeah.
I think it was like the rookie mistake to me was the Vince Friese incident, right?
Oh yeah.
That to me, I was just like, dude,
what's going on?
What are you doing? Like, how did you not see Vince was right there? You know what I mean? Like, or was it he was trying to make something happen that just wasn't quite there? So that I call the rookie move. Everything else, I just like, you know what? These dudes are racing dirt bikes. They're trying to go fast on a dirt bike track. It's gnarly. Let's cut them a little slack here. But it just shows that they're just not immune to making these mistakes. Everyone thought he was going to run away. After A1, everybody, including myself, thought we were just going to see Jett domination.
Yeah, I thought it was over.
That's not the case, though. We're starting to see Tomac, like he just said in his podium interview, he's just getting warmed up. He's getting better. He's coming. So
show the young guys they're still young.
Yeah. So if you're Jett, you're just like, oh, boy. I still think Anderson went down very early in the race. I still think Anderson has a win in the tank.
Yeah.
Tomac still hasn't won a race, which is wild to me.
It is.
So, yeah. And then we saw the first kind of glimpse of Mookie Fever, too. Dude, it was a wild night of racing.
Yeah.
I was on the floor announcing, and shout out to anybody that saw me there. But, yeah, it was wild. Dude, I was screaming my brains out the whole night. It was awesome. But,
is crazy.
Yeah, with that being said, Bridgestone race recap. Let's get it up here. Player stats. Hey, Charles. Average score?
28.56.
Wow, just under average for the season.
Yep.
Still no perfect scores. Longest drought since 2022. Holy smokes. Almost 25%. Got the wild card correct. So shout out Dean Wilson. Yeah, we've got that chart here in a moment. Let's see. The highest percentage we've had since round 9 of 2022. That's kind of crazy. 5 people got 5 picks correct. That's pretty cool. At least 2 picks correct from 47. No, at least almost half the players got at least 1 pick correct. And only 85 people had the top 5 in their picks in some type of order. Yep. Sexton didn't make the top 5. The thing is, I don't know. I wonder how much his hand is still bugging him.
It sounded like it was bugging him a little bit, but not very bad.
Not enough to like hinder him, right? Like it's he feels
maybe
it
barely,
but it's not like
Yeah, it didn't sound like it was a big deal, but it sounded like it was still kind of bugging him.
Okay. So should he? I don't know. It's Sexton won that mud race, but that was a mud race.
Yep.
I don't know how I feel about Sexton yet. He's not far out of the points battle. Like look at this real quick. He is. He's 8 points back. His only win has been a mud race, and he hasn't shown really any flashes of just like pure speed yet. But somehow he's only 8 back. It's interesting.
More consistent.
Yeah.
Minus, considering that his hand's been hurt.
I guess
Besides
so.
that.
It's just been like a very lackluster season for him because he hasn't even. I mean, we haven't even seen him knock on the door for a win yet. Outside of his win, right? He's had podiums, but outside of that, just we haven't seen really any flashes.
Yeah, kind of a weird deal.
Yeah, it's kind of strange. You kind of forget that you forget about Sexton, and then you look, he's like, oh, he's only 8 points back. So, yeah, he's totally in this thing. So, yeah, let's throw some 250 highlights real quick. Nick, we've got them. Let's check it out. Here it is. Who got the whole was that shot? That was Deegs, right? Yeah. Interesting.
Got the yellow numbers.
Dude, I thought this track was going to give boring racing, and it just delivered.
Oh, the second heat race was insane.
Faulkner was on the gas. Oh, I know, dude. Dudes were going crazy.
Yep.
Speaking of Faulkner, so they talked about that was his win. Okay, look, maybe I'd like to hear in the chat. It's kind of I wasn't stoked on the ghost ride just because if like you're going to do it right. Like, do it off the finish line.
Yeah.
Now, I can't remember if there was dudes that his bike wouldn't have landed on, but it just wasn't that cool of a ghost ride.
There was one guy that could have had a bike to the head.
Really?
Yeah, let me pause it back here.
Okay, so at least he was smart enough to realize, like, I can't ghost ride my bike.
He did the responsible thing. He did not do the cool thing.
Okay, fair enough.
Doing it that way, I don't think was very cool because it's like his dad freaking launched it.
Oh, yeah.
This one... It was like, okay, just off this roller barely.
And it's not, okay, so there's that guy right there, whoever that is.
Yeah, that could have been bad.
It's not like the AMA is going to dock him points. They'd fine him for sure.
Yeah.
What does he care? He's making a ton of money. But I don't know. It was just kind of like, wasn't that cool.
Yeah.
But it's all right.
He tried.
But that was his one shot, though. He can't do it again. If he wins Daytona, he can't ghost ride his bike. Like, he's had his one chance.
Yep.
He blew it.
And dude was in the danger zone in front of him.
In the danger zone, baby.
Yeah, I just had good flow around the whole track, and all I can say is welcome to the danger zone, baby.
We were riding really well. You were kind of sitting back there on Faulkner.
Yeah,
how did you feel about the danger
good flow
zone,
around the whole
dude?
track, and
to be honest, I didn't think twice about it. I was like, oh, cool,
baby.
whatever, having fun,
We were
having a
riding
good time.
really
It's
well.
better
You were
than
kinda
a boring
sitting back
podium
there.
speech, that's for sure.
You can tell he's been waiting to say that.
Yeah.
I'm totally cool with it. I love it, dude. He's danger boy. Like, welcome to the danger zone, dude.
But the way he says it.
The way he said it was a little cringy. The way he said it was a little cringy. But I don't like. I'm gonna ask Levi this question because I don't know if he could even save that. Like, I don't think he was like, I'm committed to the next triple. I'm not gonna let off. I don't think there was anything he could do there.
Yeah.
He had so much speed. I just don't think there was anything he could have done in that situation. He was going to get flung off the bike no matter what. Because the bike got pitched forward, all his weight was going forward, and it just threw him off. So I really don't think that there was like he should have backed it off right here and said, I'm going to crash. And his left hand basically got ripped off the bar because he compressed so hard. So I think Faulkner was going for that ride no matter what happened.
That's too bad, though.
Yeah.
Such a bummer.
It was a bummer. And, dude, the stadium went crazy when that happened, too. So it was very loud in there. Yeah, it was a bummer. I mean, but look,
tough day.
I'm not trying to be an Austin Faulkner hater, but, like, whether it's been somebody who's taken him out or it's just full, like, nobody around him caused anything but himself, it's just like, do you feel like some riders are just more prone to crashing? Like, because there's some riders that just go a very long time that never have those really bad big get-offs. Or maybe, I don't know. Every rider's had a few, right, in their career. But it just seems like there's some riders like Faulkner or like a Dean Wilson where it's like it just happens more than it does to other riders. And I don't know if that's like a mental thing, like like Eli or Tomac or some of these guys are just that 0.5% more calibrated than, say, an Austin Faulkner.
Yeah, I almost feel like he's pushing that edge just a little bit more than maybe he should.
It's like an RJ Hampshire. He can ride his balls out faster than anybody, but he's not as calculated as some other riders. I think some other riders can go as fast. They're just a little bit more refined and just a little bit better. So,
yeah,
I don't know.
Either way, tough break for him. I feel bad for him.
Whoa, dude, I'm getting called out here.
Uh-oh.
Someone said, who cares about my lame opinion? Guess we better ask Levi Kitchen when he gets in.
We better
here.
do it.
I'm no expert. All right, well, look, we got them up on the table right here. Here are your results from the weekend. So, Webb, Tomac, AP. Dude, AP's been solid, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like, though, he needs to, now that Tomac is gaining speed, gaining some momentum, I do feel like we need to see him, make a bid for a win again here very shortly.
Yeah.
I feel like if he's going to be considered a title contender, it can't just be like I won one race and now I'm here. It's like, okay, let's do it again.
It seems like his confidence is up, especially from that heat race. He didn't just let Tomac by. It was
he stuck with
a
him.
long deal. And then, obviously, it was my mind's going blank right now.
What's that?
Kawasaki.
What?
No. Anyway.
Okay.
Somebody help me out here.
Great talking to you.
Yeah, anyway. Dude was down in the corner, and obviously AP didn't want to push the issue with Tomac, so Tomac got around.
I don't know who that was. But, no, he's been riding good. Like, AP has been better than Sexton. Like, hands down. Like, AP is better than Sexton right now, in my opinion. I got to stop saying my opinion. I'm going to get haters. Jett Lawrence 4th. Hunter Lawrence in their top 5. As Nick would say, first time in history. Brothers have gone back-to-back in the top 5. He's just, every year is going to be first time ever for Nick in the chat. And then
every
Dean
time
Wilson.
it happens, we're going to bring it up.
You said you almost put Wilson in the wild card. I didn't. We both had McElrath.
Yep.
We both got burned by, I think, just one spot. I think Shane got 14th. So we were close.
And hopefully people saw that Christian Craig wasn't racing on Saturday.
Yeah, got to keep the updates going.
Yep.
But, let's check out the lap chart. Shout out Dr. JB. Nick, can we get that up there real quick? This is pretty wild. And then we have so this is just your full lap chart. But then Dr. JB sent just a zoom in of just like the first 4 or 5 laps. So this is just through laps 5. Holy chaos. I mean, the top 5 are just kind of like doing their own thing, but look at that. Look how bad I got shuffled around early.
Oh, yeah.
Where'd Anderson? I mean, Anderson went down, obviously, very first lap. Charge up to 10th.
Yep.
I don't know. It's just kind of wild. Whew. Pretty good. All right. Well, that being said, I mean, let's just start hopping into our top contenders and everything before we get Levi on the phone. But first, track trends. Can we do it? Nick, can we get a shot of Daytona up there, please? They actually did a little interview with the riders talking about Daytona. This one looks pretty cool. Looks very busy, not maybe as high speed as some of the other Daytonas.
Mm-hmm.
Is Daytona your favorite race?
It is. I love it. Usually just, seems more wide open, lots of sand, more chances. I shouldn't say carnage, but I like when there's sand.
Okay.
Just because I feel like it mixes things up.
I do have a theory on why I'm not going to put Jett to obviously I'm going to pick Tomac to win.
Uh-huh.
But I have a theory on why I'm going to put Jett a little bit farther back, like 3rd, maybe 4th in Daytona. We'll talk about that here later on, but that's what I got. But track looks cool, though. I'm excited for it. Looks like a fun track layout. Weather-wise, should we bring this up? I don't want to put bad juju on anything, but I am looking right now. And as of today, Saturday, 75 degrees, 58% chance of scattered thunderstorms. High near 75, chance of rain 60%. I feel like, though, in Florida, that's just kind of like the normal day-to-day. Somebody from Florida correct me. I don't know.
You got suntan, baby.
I'm just praying for we don't have another mutter.
Something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth keeping an eye on. So, but every year Daytona's kind of like that. You could have a chance. But I looked literally 2 days ago, and there was 0 chance of rain. It showed sunny. Yeah. So maybe it's just something that could change day to day, and we won't know until we actually get there.
Good.
But, yeah, it's going to be interesting. Okay.
Well, a couple things real quick. So somebody asked what happened to Christian Craig. I guess he's just been having issues with his whole elbow thing.
Yeah, issues with the elbow. Said it's been causing him pain. Said he just got to a point where like he would ride around and couldn't even hold on to the bike anymore. Yeah. So he rode qualify. Was it after press day or qualifying? I can't remember.
I believe it was after press day.
And they just said, hey, he's not going to ride. That's a bummer, man. It's I don't know. Makes me feel like it's going to be the last time that. Well, not the last time. I mean, hopefully we see Craig back, but. Could this be the last year that we see Christian Craig?
I hope not.
Okay, hold on. I got Levi Kitchen texting me right now saying he's ready, so I'm going to tell him to go ahead and hop on.
We'll start talking to him. The other thing, I was trying to talk about Ty Masterpool. I don't know why my mind went blank, but anyway.
Masterpool didn't even make the main.
Well, yeah. I was talking about the heat race when
he was saying he was the one that was down when
Tomac.
Oh, that was Masterpool?
AP. Yeah,
so Masterpool made it into the main?
Down. No. That was the heat race.
Oh, okay.
When they were going through the whoops, somebody was down in the corner.
Yeah. Okay.
And then, anyway.
Well, look. Oh, yeah. So I got to bring this up. This is when you know Tomac's feeling feisty. This was in the heat race. But I just have to say, when Tomac's not a flashy guy, right? That was Masterpool. That's what you're talking about?
Yep.
Okay. When Tomac is throwing turn downs over an infield triple, dude's feeling good on the motorcycle. And it's kind of funny. If you're AP, it would have been so good to get him on and just ask this. I wonder what's going through AP's head if Nick pauses it in the middle of that, what's going through AP's mind? Because AP actually does look back right here.
Yeah.
He looks back. He's just going straight, and he looks back, and Tomac's just throwing the sickest whip scrub over this triple. And I just got to think, like, he's just like, oh, boy.
The beast is coming.
The beast is coming, dude. He was on the gas.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It was pretty cool to see. But anyway. So Wes Hawkins, that works in our apartment, he's the supervisor of the video team. He put in here if Jett wins Daytona, he's at the Daytona torch is being passed on. Yeah, I'm not on board with that. I'm just not. Look, I think, like I had said it, and I'll double down. This record that Tomac has of having the most Daytona wins, winning 6 out of 7, that is almost as impressive to me as like the 72 wins, just of how hard it would be to win just that one specific race 6 out of 7 years. I'm just going to double down on that. Anyway, that's how I feel about it. All right, let's get into it. Top contenders. We just saw the Fox Track Trends. Jett Lawrence, he's still your points leader. Where are you going to put him this weekend, Chuck?
I actually have him in third.
In third, okay.
Third, weird,
Hand me
right?
that Wilson plate. Well, okay, tell me why you'd have him in third place. Like, what is your... Because he, by all accounts, should have won. Mm-hmm. So why third?
I do know he's going to do well, but I think there's 2 other people that are going to do even better because of records and just because Jett's been making some mistakes in Supercross, whereas like outdoors, he seems so perfect.
But this is a more outdoorsy kind of track.
It is. What about Charlotte?
No. You're bringing up my point. You can't do that. That's my point that I argued earlier.
Make your point. I already had him in third anyway.
Okay, but don't try and act like my Charlotte point was your point, dude. Don't steal my thunder like that.
Well, here's the reasons. I just feel like, yes, Jett is crazy fast and crazy talented, but until he quits making mistakes, I'm not betting on him for first. Okay.
Well, look, he's the only rider who's led 3 laps so far this year. Last 3 overall finishes, 1, 3, 4. His starts, outside of a couple, have been pretty freaking good. He's got the most hole shots. He's led 71 laps. Second closest rider is Sexton with 27. His starts are good. He's qualifying fastest. He won Daytona on a 250 in 2022. I'm with you. My reasoning for not having him as high, because I've got him third as well, is for the fact that in Charlotte, at that first SMX playoff round, that was the only time we ever saw Chase Sexton just beat him straight up 2 races in a row.
Yeah.
And so I just feel like it's his first Daytona. We all know how gnarly 450s are, and they've never raced that track on a 450, him and his brother. So I could see bike setup being a little bit more difficult for him rather than Eli Tomac and these guys they've had a bike set up from last year that Tomac likes. We'll see where Webb kind of falls in. But these guys, they're not from what I understand, like the settings that Chase Sexton had from last year, they've done absolutely nothing with. Like they just basically started over. So that's my reasoning. A little bit different racetrack, we'll see. But it is hard to argue how amazing he was in outdoors.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Yeah, it's a bigger track, but it's probably going to be more technical, I guess, is the other thing going into it.
Maybe I'll look at qualifying because Tomac was looking feisty in qualifying in Arlington. So, I don't know. Be pretty interesting to see what we got going on here.
Yep.
All
Cooper
right.
Webb.
Oh, hold on. Breaking news, everybody. We have got the one, the only Pro Circuit Racing Monster Energy Kawasaki of Levi Kitchen queued up, ready to go here for our call. I'm excited for this.
Yeah.
It's like completely different guy than we saw last year.
Points leader.
Points leader. West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, we're going to get him queued up. There he is.
What's up?
Hey, I hope you were late because you were getting some golf clubs all dialed in.
No, that is not the case. I was actually getting a fresh cut.
Nice.
That's a fresh cut?
Whoa.
Fresh
Is
cuts
there no
are a little
bleach on
different.
there anymore? What's going on?
Yeah, no frosted tips or nothing, dude?
No, it's all grown out now. I'm going to have to re-dye it soon.
Fresh cuts are a lot different nowadays than they are for me.
Yep.
Me, a fresh cut's like I just got out of the Marine Corps, you know?
High and tight.
Well, hey, man, thank you for taking the time to do this. Is it weird having such a long break? Well, I guess you came back for one race and then you're just right back on a break. It's got to be weird, right?
Yeah, it is. It is a little weird. I mean, I was used to it from last year, obviously, but I don't know. There's pros and cons to it. It's nice racing, but at the same time, I think this break is good, especially with a new bike and everything. I can get some outdoor testing done, so that's an advantage for sure.
Okay.
That's cool.
Hey, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, so you're out in Florida, right? Doing all your training and all the PC boys that are back in Cali?
Yeah.
What's
correct.
all that about? What's going on there?
Well, that's just where they've been for a while, and I wanted to when I made the change, I made it pretty clear that I wanted to be here. And
was that a hard sell for Mitch?
No, actually, not at all. It was pretty easy. So I was super happy with how it went.
Oh, that's cool. Is it kind of like you don't ride or train with any of your teammates, right?
No.
No. Is it kind of a weird team dynamic when it's like you're by yourself all week long and then you show up to the races and you've got teammates there, but you're not seeing those guys at all during the week?
A little bit. I was definitely being at Star. It was, you become more of like friends or family, whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. So now, it is a little bit different, but it's kind of nice because like I don't see my teammates for a while, and then when I go to California and everything, it's cool because I'm still like meeting those guys and I still get along with everybody on the team. So it's, I don't know, it keeps everything new feeling, I would say.
Okay. Speaking of practicing, so that's rad you're getting the bike down there for outdoors. Dude, what's gotten into you and your starts? Like it's a new Levi Kitchen we're seeing. Like you've been up there up front, you've been like your starts have been consistent. Like everyone knew you had the speed, and at Star, everyone talks about that bike having just, such amazing power, but clearly you guys have figured something out. So what is it? Is it a technique change, or is the bike just whatever they've done to it that much better for starts? What is it?
I think it's a little bit of the bike for sure. It's hard to explain. It's easier to start on. Just the power curve and everything is super easy. And with the hydraulic clutch, I've mentioned it a few times, but I like the hydraulic clutch off the gate better, I would say. And then I'd say the other part is just confidence. Like I know that I need to be up front every time now, and I deserve to be up front. So I think that goes a long way too.
At Star, was it more of like you're hoping to get a good start versus like I'm going to get a good start? Is it just a mentality shift for you too?
Yeah, I would say. I mean, that would have came no matter what team I went on, just having the confidence I do now with, last year how it went and having all the experience. So, yeah, I think it was just more of a mentality switch for me. And, I've also practiced a lot of starts, and I don't know, it's becoming kind of second nature. Like I have to get out front, and every once in a while you'll make a mistake, and maybe at the practice track you'll have a bad start, but so far, I've been pretty solid at the races, and that's just my goal, is to try to be up front every time.
Okay.
It's awesome.
Okay.
What do you like about the Cowie better than the Yamaha?
Well, he never did you ride the newest Yamaha? Was that what you were on last year? No, you never rode the newest one, right?
No, I rode it there at the end,
Okay.
when they just started getting them, but I rode it stock. But as I'm aware, the motor is no different. It's just the chassis and everything. So, no, the Cowie just, it's easy for me to ride, and it feels, I don't know, I could put the bike wherever I want, and just a really comfortable bike. The power's good, and yeah, it's all positives on the Kawasaki. I mean, I really like the way it handles, and and I think you're seeing more of it, with even my teammates. Like, the bike's working great, and especially in Supercross, it's fairly an even playing field, I would say. Like, horsepower isn't everything, and even the power on the Cowie though is pretty phenomenal now. And I know that, because I was new to the team, and I would talk to my teammates and stuff, and I guess they've made a lot of improvements in the last year, to the motor and everything. So
yeah, because it seemed like last summer outdoors, it seemed like they were kind of struggling on the starts, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the Cowies were getting the start.
I don't know. Faulkner said that they did something with the mapping to make it not so aggressive, like right off the bottom. So the bike, instead of wanting to lift up, was driving forward. So I don't know. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah,
that's. Oh, go ahead.
What's the Mitch Payton motor like? Like, is that a night and day difference from the Yamaha? Or is it all
a little bit? I mean, the Yamaha was a lot of torque, but even just coming from the factory, the Yamaha stock, I think, has the most torque, and it translates even when you make them all crazy like we do. So the Cowie, I would just say, is like a really smooth, gradual power that, yeah, it's not too much. And back to your point of what you heard from Austin or whatever with the mapping or whatever it was, but this bike just drives really well. It's not all about having the fastest bike, I don't think, because you could light up the rear wheel or whatever the case is. So this bike just, especially on the starts, like when I grab third, it just drives and hooks up, and yeah, gets me to some good starts.
Right on.
Perfect.
Well, dude, you're the points leader. You just kind of got thrown into this thing, and I know everyone expects you to be good, but what you've shown, for me, that stood out the most is just the consistency. There's so many dudes can all just go so fast, but you've so far had just shown the most consistency. So with the red plate, does that change anything about your mentality? Do you feel any of that pressure when you go into the race coming up here in a few weeks, or you're just going to keep doing your thing?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it doesn't change much. I've just been, just doing my best every race I show up to, and it always sucks looking back at certain races, like the what ifs type of thing. But I think that's everybody that is on the line with me. So yeah, I'm happy to be as consistent as I have been. The only one that stung was San Diego, when I fell in the mud. I really felt like I could have won that night, and that would have been huge. But other than
we still
that,
got fifth?
Yeah, I think I ended up fifth or something, but I don't know. It's close. Me, RJ, and Smitty are all pretty close, and we're all really close in speed, so it makes it pretty interesting. But as far as like the pressure thing goes with the red plate, I mean, there's pressure even if I didn't have that plate on my bike. Like, I put so much pressure on myself to win. So, getting on the podium in a championship perspective is great, and I should be probably more I don't know, happy when I do get podiums, but like, even the few podiums I've got, like championship or not, I just want to win is really the goal, so just take it race by race. And, we have a long break going into Seattle. Obviously, I'm from Washington, so I want to crush it there for the for the hometown.
There you go.
Yeah.
Do you watch the races on your off weekends like just a normal fan? You just tune in and watching them live?
Oh yeah, yep.
So what do you think of this weekend with Tomac's comeback ride? If you're Jett and some of these guys, you're just like, oh great, like Eli's kind of found that gear that he's been searching for this year.
Yeah, I would. I mean, as a racer myself, you know, you see somebody have a race like that, and it's definitely, you know, those guys it was a super insane ride for Tomac, and it's just one of those things though, like everybody has if he does that, you know, let's say he does it at Daytona, then it's like, all right, he's dangerous, but some, like, you know, I've done it before, and plenty of other people, you know, would probably vouch for me, but sometimes it's just like you have one of those nights where you just feel insanely good on the bike, and it's so hard to be spot on every time you're out on the track, and we've seen it, and it shows in the 450 class bad right now. Like if you're not spot on, you know, you could go from being a third place guy to you could get 10th that night, and that's why I think you're seeing the points so tight. And
right.
You know, I train with Kenny throughout the week, and it's like Ken. I mean, he kicked everybody's ass at Glendale, and then he struggled this weekend. You know, it's just he was a little bit off, and it showed. So I don't know. I think that was nonetheless Tomac. He was flying in that race.
Yeah, it's crazy this year. Of all the gate drops, so we've had 7 races plus the Triple Crown, so 9 total gate drops. We still haven't had somebody win who started worse than third after lap 1. So it's like, just shows you how gnarly the class is. Like if you don't start up there in the front, statistically this year, like you're not going to win the race. And so, yeah, I don't know. It's been good though. It makes for great racing. I'm all for it. I still feel like Anderson's due for a win. I still we saw a little bit of that Mookie fever in that heat race. You could tell he was pissed off that he didn't beat Jett, because I was there live announced on the floor, and he was pissed off when he came off the floor. But yeah, it's made for a pretty wild season so far. Okay, here's a question I have about practice. Have you heard the news about Guillaume?
Yeah, he lives with me. So.
Oh, serious?
Yeah.
What's that?
That's crazy.
Okay, so for those that don't know, Guillaume Ferris just broke his femur practicing. Is there like certain risks that you guys do during the week practicing that you try and minimize? Like, because I feel like once you get to a certain fitness point, you're not gonna like really build much more fitness if you don't need to during the year. Like you build that foundation and you make sure you're good. So, and maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know if fitness is like something that, like, say you, for example, your fitness is amazing. It's probably, I don't know if that's something that you're like, okay, I need to be more fit, but do you guys do things during the week to try and mitigate risk to avoid practice crashes? Just because we see quite a few riders every year that get hurt riding. And is that something that you guys kind of take into consideration?
I do now more than ever before, especially now that I can kind of change a couple things. But it's hard because you have to get your laps in, and you know, when you have an environment like Gillam's in with, you know, the Baker factory, like he's got his whole team there, and you know, he needs to do exactly what they say. And
right.
If he's a little bit tired that day, like things can kind of sneak up and bite you. But it is weird. I mean, you build your base before the season, and then during the season you just maintain. So you're not going to lose. I mean, there's no way you're going to gain anything during the season, and you're really not going to lose anything. I mean, the only thing you're going to gain is speed. Like you can get faster throughout the season, obviously on your bike, but physically you're not going to, you know, change anything. So, I've tried to look at that more now. Like I don't beat myself up too much if, you know, if I'm super tired on a day and all I can do is, you know, X amount of laps, rather than if I wanted to do more than that. I just kind of take it as it goes and just see where the day takes me.
Do you have days where like you might ride and you do 5 or 6 laps and you're just like, you know what, like mentally, I'm just not feeling good. I just don't feel sharp. And you're just like, you know what, today's just not a good day to go ride a Supercross track. And you'll say, I'll come back and ride tomorrow. Is that ever something that you guys do?
I actually have done that maybe once or twice this season, but never before at Star had I ever done that. And I actually seen, it's funny, I always remember Ferrandis when he was at Star. He does his own program with Villeman back then. But he showed up one day and he went out and did like 3 laps. And before I got back from my warm-up, his truck was gone. And I asked the mechanic, I was like, where'd Dylan go? And he's like, he doesn't feel good. He's tired. And like, that just kind of showed me like the maturity level of, you're better off. Like if you have any weird, because it happens to us, like we get those weird feelings, and mentally, if you're not sharp anytime you're on your dirt bike, especially on a Supercross track,
Right.
you shouldn't be out there. I mean, it's just too dangerous. So,
Okay.
Well, I was just watching your vlog, your latest one, and I don't know, it looks like a good time when you guys go practice. Like you're riding with Roczen. Is it all fun and games, or do you guys do some serious motos too, or what's it like?
it is super fun, but yeah, it definitely, I mean, I want to, like, it's fun with Kenny because he's obviously unreal. And, like we joke around because he has those #1 jerseys from World SX or whatever it was that he won. Or anyway, he'll always be like, oh, should I pull out the #1 jersey today? Like trying to talk some crap to me. So, it's good. Like we're very competitive, and I just do my best to be better than him, or close to him. And, like me and Shane, it's been fun the last couple of weeks. We've been motoing together, and we have some pretty good battles. He got mad at me last week because I was behind him for a while, and I sat behind him for like 8 laps, and I'm just getting roosted. And, he's good at he's just not scared. So he wouldn't move. And after the moto was done, it took me forever. And finally I got around him when the moto was done. He was just like, dude, I don't care if you hit me. Like I was waiting for it. Like you need to be better about, he's like, I'm not going to be mad at you. So then 2 days ago, we did a moto, and it was sweet. It came down to like, it was literally last lap of my moto. And I finally got close enough, and I just parked him in a corner and passed him. And he was like, he wasn't even mad. He was more stoked that I did that. He's like, finally.
Making you earn it.
But that's good though,
like,
because I mean, he's helping you as a racer, right? Doing like, dude, like you practice like you're going to race. So no, I think that's awesome.
That's cool.
Shane's just like the nicest guy. You know what blows my mind though is Shane McElrath is so damn good on a motorcycle. Like we're talking the 1% of the 1%ers, but this isn't a knock on Shane, but he's battling for 12th and 13th place. Like it just shows you how gnarly the racing is. Like Levi Kitchen, points leader right now. 250 West. He's won multiple outdoors. But Shane won a lot of 250 races too. But it's just crazy that a guy I don't know. It's just the class of stat.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy. And I wonder, like, same thing. I think about that when I'm riding with him. And, but I will say, like, and we talk all the time, but he's, especially this last week, like he's been riding. He's like, I need to ride, like this at the race, because he's been riding really well. And, I know he's capable of more. He knows he's capable of more. So I'd like to, I look forward to seeing him hopefully ride like he does at the practice track, because he can definitely better that result for sure.
And that's all a mental thing, right?
For sure. Yeah, I think so.
Mental, bike. But yeah, if you're Shane, like I'm sure like after getting your butt kicked for 3-4 years in a row in the 450 class, it's probably really hard to like flip the mental switch and be like, okay, now I'm just going to be up there with those top guys. I don't know what it takes, but the mentality part of it, because you start to get in that funk. Like look at Dean Wilson, like 250 champion. The guy knows like raw speed wise, Dean can hang with anybody. But I think after so long, you just kind of, I think some riders just accept like this is just my place. Like I'm just a 10th to 15th place guy, and I don't know, maybe I'm wrong on that.
Yeah, it's a tough. I don't know. I can't speak much of it because I'm not in that situation, but, you definitely do see it a lot, and it just shows you how deep the field is. I mean, it's insane. What it takes though is for those guys to just have a better ride, and then they just have to build. It's like a snowball. It's like with and injuries. I mean, if you get any setbacks, you're right back to square one. So I think that's why you see all these guys, if they come out of the 250 class winning and they immediately do well in the 450 class, it's easy for them
just
because
kind
that's
of
just
roll
where.
with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, what do you think about them switching the heat order?
I'm not a fan.
I don't think they
That's
haven't
gotta
done that.
seem like it wears you out, like less time to recover.
Did they do that in Glendale? Was that? I can't remember. Was that the first
Yeah,
one? Or
they did. Yeah.
Not a fan. Why?
I mean, I probably should have a better reason. I just we're used to the program we had, and I don't know. I just feel like it's so unfair for those LCQ guys. Like
it's brutal.
You know, like in one of these times, you know, there's going to be Bennick, I think this weekend was in the LCQ. You know, and like whether you're factory or not, I feel bad for the privateers probably even more because they don't have the people around them to make it an easier transition. But 6 minutes between an LCQ and a main event is not, or whatever it is, it's not.
They literally don't leave the track. Like they get off, they cool down for a second, and then the mechanic, Daxon's mechanic, literally came, took his motorcycle, and walked it straight back to the starting line. I'm just like, homeboy's got a good warm up.
Yep.
Yeah, no, it's crazy, and great if it's better for the fans, but like I need to see like a chart of that it's actually, you know, making the sport grow. Because I find it hard to believe. So
could they at least switch up the order of the LCQ at a minimum?
See, I don't know why they don't, why they did it that way.
Well, because they want to get the premier class in front of more people.
But that makes sense. That makes sense. Like if somebody who's new to the sport, they're just tuning in, they've heard a few names, and let's be honest, you're going to hear the 450 names, right? You're going to know who, you're going to know who Danger Boy Hayden Deegan is. You're going to
know who Kitchen is.
You're going to know who the Kitch Dog is,
who
but
the chef is.
You're going to know Tomac, Roczen, Jett Lawrence. Like, those are the names you're going to hear, right? And so it makes sense to get those guys on the line first, but it does put the guys in a crap. At least you guys don't have to get the main event last and get the track after it's just beat to hell. Like,
yeah, that is true.
All right, man. Well, hey, last question before we let you get back to it here and get on with your night. If you could give us, I got two questions here. I got to know. Did you see the replay of Hunter Lawrence just casually riding off the track after Jett crashed second time?
A buddy just sent it to me actually, and I seen it like yesterday or something.
Okay. I was just going to see.
What are my thoughts?
What are your, like, to me, it just looks so obvious that Hunter was like, I guess I'll ride off the track and wait for Jett to get going again. It was just, it made no sense that he would just go straight off the track right there.
Failure to fulfill obligation.
Yeah, I got to call BS on it, though. I mean, unless there's from the higher-ups of Honda, which I don't see that either. I mean, maybe, but Hunter wants to beat his brother no matter what. And there's no way he doesn't. Like,
okay. He's opposite of me.
I know if my sibling is, I mean, it's probably very competitive. And I will say I watched it close enough. He for sure got a little sketchy in the whoops, and then not saying he's not in shape, he's in shape, but like he looked a little bit tired. And when he hit the last whoop, I don't know if he missed his rear brake or, but I don't know. It is funny how it's ironic that he was down and you see him just go off the track and hit a tough block. But
right.
I think if it was on purpose, he wouldn't have hit a tough block and crashed. Like he fully kind of crashed. So I feel like if it was on purpose, you would have seen him like just roll over the berm, slide on the concrete a little bit, and try to get back on the track.
I thought he was just really trying to sell it. Like, no, I'm crashing.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know if he'll ever admit it though.
All right, fair enough. Well, look, man, we appreciate you taking the time to do this. You're a very busy guy, but it's awesome to hear from you. Congratulations on your year at Pro Circuit. You've been great ever since you went to Star, but this year something changed with the Kitch, and we're stoked for you. And what's your next? Seattle's your next race, which is what, a month?
Yeah, I think.
Gosh, dang.
I think it is a month actually. Yeah,
it's a long ways. Well, look, man, congratulations on everything. We wish you the best of luck, and we'll see you in Seattle, man. Shredding.
Thank you. Appreciate it, guys.
All right, man. Talk soon. Good guy right there.
Such a good guy.
Yeah, so you called BS on me, dude. See, I thought he was going to say, rode off the track on purpose. I know, I got shut down.
Yep.
Okay, well.
Over there first.
Jeez, we had just finished up Jett, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're through Jett. We're talking about Webb.
Webb is now, dude, what a turn of events here. Webb is now second in points.
Yep, 3 points down.
Okay. Okay, so that was his first win qualifying 10th or worse. I had to go back in the archives to kind of figure this out. So stoked to see that.
Yeah.
Right? King of Arlington.
Yep.
That's why it's the only reason I left him in there.
Same.
Like if Webb didn't have his record at Arlington, he was out of my podium after qualifying 10th.
Yeah, I was real nervous before. I was like, man, I got to switch this up.
Just because on a track like that where it's not like everyone is going so close in speeds, to be 10th, you're like, that to me says you're actually pretty, well, I guess you could say you're both. Like you're really close, but 10th isn't terrible, but it just didn't seem right. But only 3 points down. He's been on the box 3 times this year. See, that's the crazy thing. You've got Sexton, who's also 8 points back. Like, I don't know, man. It's just a different times we're living in right now.
What the hell is going on?
Right? He started 3rd or better in 4 of 9 gate drops. He's had the best average start and 2nd best average finish per gate drop. And I put Queen of Daytona, but we need to call him the Prince of Daytona. It's the Prince of Daytona. That's maybe Nick put Queen in there because Nick, if anybody wants to know, Nick over here is like Mr. Cooper Webb hater. Doesn't even know why. Just hates Coop.
No, I know why. I know why. I know exactly why. When he flipped off the crowd for winning a race that he barely won, that's why I hate him.
Did he flip off the crowd? Nobody knows.
We don't know what he's flipping off.
Nobody knows.
Maybe
but
he didn't even mean to give the bird. It just kind of.
Maybe he had it on his clutch the whole time and just lifted his hand.
He just lifted his hand up, and the photographer just took the perfect picture. Like
Webb wagon. We got the Webb wagon over here.
Some people clutch with the middle finger.
Well, look, up there you can see Webb, his last 5 overall finishes, 2-1-4, 7-1. But what you got to really look at, though, he finished, where was I looking at? His Daytona finishes, past Daytona finishes, 3-2-3, 2-2-2. He's never been off the box. He led 7 laps there last year, 15 laps in 2022. If there is any rider that's got it as like close to as good of a chance as Tomac, it's going to be Webb. So you got to have him on your box. So I have Webb second right now for that absolute reason.
I actually do too.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Moving on. We got Chase Sexton. He's 8 points down. We already kind of talked about the hand.
Ooh, see, this one worries me a little bit.
Yeah.
Just because Sexton, I just feel like is super sensitive to bike setup. He's kind of like a Tomac. We got to remember, he did those SMX playoffs on his Honda, not on a KTM.
Different.
Very different. Him and Plessinger have very different setups. So I kind of feel like this might be a little bit of struggle. It's a rough racetrack. So if his hand's not 100%, this would probably be the hardest on his hand of all the tracks that we've raced. Like come in event time, right? When the track's brutal.
Oh, yeah.
So
his,
we jumped the gun. Hold on. I guess we'll finish. I skipped Plessinger. Sorry. Plessinger's actually ahead of him by a point.
That was my bad because I brought Sexton up. Okay. But, yeah, last Daytona finishes, last 3. 3, 3, then 8th.
Yeah. But the thing is, go ahead. Sorry.
He's had 3 podiums this year.
Yeah.
3rd, 1st, and a 2nd. Yeah, and he's led laps in 2 of 7 rounds. So.
Yeah, but look at his last 5 overall finishes. 8-5-2-9-6. That's not that good. If Sexton's going to win a race, it's not going to be Daytona, I feel like. Like, the track that's least Supercrossy, when he's struggling, his hand is hurt. We haven't seen him, his only win was a mud race. So we haven't seen him show just blazing speed on just a normal Supercross track. I would feel like this is going to be the least likely track that he's going to come out and have success on a dry racetrack, if it's dry.
So with that said,
I'm just not that high on Sexton now.
Do you put him in your top 5?
Right now, I do not have Chase Sexton in my top 5. I just don't. He hasn't shown that he needs to be up there. And his last, I have him as a top 5, but I don't have him on my podium. And the reason is I feel like his hand, it's been probably, almost 4 weeks now? 3 or 4 weeks? Yeah, well, he heard it during the break, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So it's probably been long enough. It's probably not terrible.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I just haven't seen the Sexton that I want to see. So I don't have in my top 5. All right, moving on. Who do we got? Aaron Plessinger. Sorry, AP, we skipped you. Let's see here. Dude, this is the new Aaron Plessinger that we've seen. I like it.
Looking good.
I like it a lot. Okay.
7 points down.
Yeah, 7 points back. He's got 3 podiums. He's been in the top 5 overall in 5 of 7 rounds. He's qualified 10th or worse in 4 of those. So AP is like the one rider where you just close your eyes and don't look at his qualifying results.
Nope.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda in Phoenix. Had an amazing ride going before he washed the front. He started the season with 4 straight top 5s, 2 podiums and a win. His last 3 overalls, 6, 10, 3. That 10th, though, that was Phoenix. He would have been top 5 easily in that race. And his starts, look, 14, 2, 4. I don't know what happened this last weekend. Not a good start, but his starts have been good.
Yep.
So why wouldn't you put AP in your top 5? Charles, do you have him in your top 5? I've got him 4th.
I've got him in my top 5. And thing is with him, like some people say, oh, gifted a position or whatever, but that's been the case almost every round this year. Somebody's been gifted something.
Sure.
So he's always consistently there and capitalizing on it.
Yeah, he's got the second best average start of 5.33, third best average finish. His results in Daytona haven't been phenomenal, 9, 6, and 22. So, yeah, I don't know. Outside of San Francisco, he's only qualified better than 10th one time. So, I mean, he qualified 14th last week and still got on the box. You could say it's gifted, but I don't care. It's 14th. He got on the box.
Yep.
So, all right. Yeah, AP's in my top 5 for sure. All right. Eli Tomac. I want to see what the pick percentages are coming into the week, though, dude. Dude, I saw that. When I saw him high side right there, the first thought in my head was championship title for Tomac is done.
Yep.
His season's a wash at this point. Like, just, that's it.
And my points are messed up.
And my points are jacked. Yeah.
But then
he just beast moded. Hey,
so I thought they showed him in 17th right after that, but I think the lap charts show 16th.
Somewhere.
Either way.
There.
All the way from the back.
Either way, it was sick. And dude,
second.
Every time he made a pass, Arlington, the crowd went crazy. Yeah, man. And he said that they worked on bike setup to help with acceleration out of corners. And dude, visibly, you could see that when he would accelerate out of corners, his bike just shot out like a freaking rocket.
Yep, like right there.
Yeah. So, and then his podium speech. Do we have that, Nick? Do we have his podium speech?
I do not.
Oh, well, yeah, it's the speech heard around the world outside the danger zone, baby. He said, he's like, I'm tired of getting called the old guy.
Yep.
I'm just getting warmed up.
Yep.
And I'm coming.
And in the press conference, hey, maybe I need to show the young guys they're still young.
It's bad news bears, dude. If you're jetting these guys, you're just like, crap. It appears that Tomac found his mojo right before the best race of his career.
Yep.
Oh, boy. So, anyway, let's look at the stats, though, on him, dude, because it's pretty unreal.
Let's check it out.
That's right. He almost broke the curse of getting the first win, starting worse than third. Its overall average finish, I mean, it's almost like you just don't even worry about these stats because it's like the new Eli Tomac.
Yep.
Right? Am I right?
I think you're right. I think he's getting warmed up.
I think maybe I'm overthinking it, but
it's taken him this long to get back where he was.
Like his overall finish is so up and down, I'm going to just disregard that, and it's going to be like he started second. Like he's only started worse than 9th in 2 of his 11 main event gate drops. His starts have been good. And look, he hole-shotted. Dude, you know what made me really want to put Tomac to win? In
the heat race?
Arlington?
Oh.
No, he hole-shotted that practice.
Uh-huh.
I pay attention to those.
Oh, yeah.
It bugs me that Jett never does the starts. He always waits till they all go, and then he goes. But anyway, dude, look at his record in Daytona. 2, 1, 1, 2. Is that 5 ones in a row? Literally, no, 1, 2, 3. He's won 6 times,
good.
right? Is that too many ones? 1, 2, 3. No, that's 6. Yep. Can't see it from here. So he's won it 6 times. Like, okay. 6 out of 8 tries.
Too many ones. I think that's 7 ones on there.
It is 7 ones. That's all right. Sorry, but he's won 6 out of 7. It's pretty good.
Pretty dang good.
It's pretty good.
Hard to argue against. And with him going beast mode last weekend, it gives me a lot of confidence to put him up on the podium.
And Tomac's starting to get this guy, like, he doesn't qualify P1 very much anymore. I don't remember the last time he did it. But it doesn't matter. He just turns into beast mode Eli Tomac when the main event or the gate drops. So
when it counts.
Even if he's like third, fourth qualifying, I don't care. I'm still going to put him up to the win. You have to.
Yep.
Nobody goes into Daytona feeling like they're going to win more than Tomac. Okay.
Anderson, down 17.
Is he out of it? I mean, look, Tomac also has not won a race, right? So they're in that boat. But Tomac has shown signs of life.
Right.
And I get Anderson went down in the first lap, started from literally dead last, came all the way up to 10th. But I feel like I was expecting more because the first few rounds we saw he got second in Phoenix, right? Mm-hmm. So I don't know, man.
Well, even in the heat race, he was looking good, but then obviously got passed.
Yeah, him, Mookie, and Jett were having that sick battle.
Uh-huh.
I don't know because he's just so up and down. His best finish in Daytona was a third in 2017.
Yep.
His last 5 overall finishes, look, he's been top 5 4 out of the last 5 rounds. So he should be in your top 5. But Hunter's been a little bit more consistent. Well, the last 2 rounds, right?
The last 2 rounds. So Anderson finished 5th there last year. Worst he's done there is 9th, 2022.
Yeah, I don't know. Finished 5th last year. Average finish over the last 8 times he's raced there is 5.75. I don't know. So far this season, look, he has 2 podiums and 5 top 5s. I don't know. I'm just kind of on the fence.
Same. I'm on the fence. I don't have him in my top 5 as of now.
But it is Daytona. See, right now, the two biggest hiccups I have is I have Hunter, or I have Ken Roczen in 5th, because Kenny's got a great record there. Man, I just looked at my wild card. I've got Hunter there. That doesn't seem like a great option.
Well,
right. Do you have Anderson in your top 5, though?
I don't have him in my top 5.
Where do you have him? Not in your top 5.
I don't. Yeah, he's out.
That was a dumb question.
So, okay, you said Roczen has a good record there, but let's talk about Roczen.
Okay.
Down 19 points.
Yeah, bummer.
Last
he went
2
down
results there. Yeah. Last 2 results were 7th at Daytona.
But
and
I don't know.
You know, out of the last 5 times he's raced there, the best he's done is a 2nd. So why I say last 5 times is those are the races after all the arm stuff.
Yeah.
So
explain arm stuff for people that don't know.
Oh, if you don't know, yeah, 2017 had that gnarly crash. I believe it was it A2?
Yeah, it was A2. He'd won A1, won San Diego, and then wrecked his brains out.
And he had, something like 30 surgeries, or I can't remember how many, but a lot of surgeries on his arm. And then the next year, he had a crash. I can't remember if it was this. Yeah, I can't remember if it was the other arm. The other.
He got his arm stuck in his swing arm.
Yep.
Destroyed it.
So, yeah, and then the past 5 years, that's what we're going off, since the injuries.
Yeah, but that second was when he led basically the whole main event, and then Tomac passed him like very into the race. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know.
Average finish for the last 5 is 5.6.
Yeah, he's still just having some bad luck, though. He's had, outside of Glendale, he was that Friese?
It was.
Luck, dude.
Did you see Mookie's rear tire spinning and just giving him the uppercut like 3 times?
Yeah.
Watch Mookie's rear tire right here. Bah,
bong, bong,
bah,
bong.
bah. Ouch, that would hurt. Yeah, I don't know. I have Kenny right now in 5th just because he's had good results in Daytona.
Yeah.
And he did say that he was just a little off. He was tired. He overtrained or overdid it during the week, so cut him a little slack. But I have back in my top 5 because he has been consistent with that. The speed's good, so I feel pretty good about it.
Yep.
I don't know.
And he's good.
Hunter Lawrence, look, call it 1's a fluke, 2 is a streak. Daytona's going to be a little bit tough just because the racetrack's so different. And I don't know if Hunter top 5s last week if Kenny and some of the other guys don't go down.
He was there though.
He was I'm not taking it away. Top 5. Webb won because Jett crashed twice.
Yeah.
Tomac got a 2nd because, Tomac had 2 gifts because early on after he fell, there was a crash in front of him, and he got around like 2 or 3 riders like immediately, and then Jett pulled a Jett and he got around Jett at the very end.
1 misfortune and 2 gifts.
True.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
With that said, though,
What?
you ready for our Fly Wildcard Watch?
I am, dude. Fly Racing. Hook them up. Check out Fly. They give away a lot of good stuff.
They do.
Okay.
Check this out. This is crazy. So Anderson, Roczen, Plessinger, Lawrence, Tomac, Stewart, they've all finished 10th this year.
10th?
10th.
Yeah.
That was not a list.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
Okay.
And here's the thing, though. This week's wild card is freaking hard because it's going to be a factory guy. Like, going off of these stats and looking at it, it's going to be a factory rider who gets 10th, because usually what happens is you have a crash or a tip over or something weird happens, and you get a factory guy who just, Jason Anderson, rides back to 10th place.
Yep.
So this isn't going to be like a guy that starts 15th and works his way forward. I think it's going to be somebody who starts in the front, has a bobble, and falls back to 10th. That's kind of my theory on this, because the only rider that, like, statistically makes a whole lot of sense, I mean, Justin Cooper, right? His average start per gate drop is 10. His average finish is 9.8.
Looking real good.
And standard rounds an 8.75 per gate drop. So if you want to look at him, but he's finished better than 10th in 4 of the last 6 rounds.
Yeah.
So, and I feel like he's getting better. Barcia had a podium, and he had a 7th at Anaheim 1, and then that podium. Since then, he hasn't even sniffed a 10th. 14, 18, 12, 13 in his last 4 rounds. So I don't know what to do with him. Like, he could get 10th.
It's a possibility.
Totally. But I'm just like, he keeps crashing.
Yeah,
keeps doing weirdo things, going to LCQs.
Not consistent enough.
He's been to 2 LCQs before in his career before this season. He's been to 2 of them in 7 rounds. So not a rider that I have confidence in to get 10th.
No.
And you think about it, too, to get 10th place right now with this field, all the guys in front of you are good factory riders. It's not like 10th is necessarily a bad result, because everyone else in front of him should be getting that position that you're getting, right? Justin Cooper should be getting 9th place.
Yeah.
All that crap. So right now, I feel like Barcia, honestly, the best he would do is a 10th place. So Malcolm Stewart, like, he's picking up momentum.
Yeah.
All right. Let's not throw too much shade. Like, Ken Roczen made him crash in that main event. Otherwise, Mookie, I think, would have been up near that top 5. Had a phenomenal heat race. So you can't take his 9th this last weekend and look at that. But if you want to go off the stats, he's not a bad choice. What does he got, dude? Look. Last
9,
overall.
8, 11, 10.
Yeah.
Last 4 rounds. Average finish per gate drop, 12.22. Average start per gate drop, 13.89. And he's finished within 1 spot of 10th in 6 of 9 gate drops.
Yeah. And his past Daytona results are not stellar. 16, 16, 8, 5, 8. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. So Vince Friese is another one you could put in there. Yep. His average gate, because what did he just get this last weekend? He got 11th.
Yeah.
So he actually had a good ride. His average finish per gate drop, 16.4, so not that great. Just got an 11th, which is his best result of the year. Mm-hmm. Prior to that, Glendale got 13th. So he's trending better. He's a good starter. He could be one of those guys that starts really far forward and just gets punted all the way back to 10th place.
Yep.
But again, I just feel like all the guys that would be in front of him should beat him. So basically, Friese has to be the next best guy after all the factory dudes to get 10th place. That's why I just don't have that much confidence to put him there. I feel like a Justin Cooper or a Justin Barcia, the 2 Justins, would be my 2 top picks.
Yeah. What about Hunter? He's finished in 10th before.
Yeah, but he's got top 5s back to back, dude, and we know what momentum does to a rider.
Yep.
So I just think he's in that 5th to like 8ish place right now.
Well, yeah, I'm feeling Cooper and Stewart, or J. Coop and Stewart.
And Malcolm Stewart?
Uh-huh.
All right. Fair enough.
So
I just hope it gets shaken up, dude. I hope it gets shaken up. But yeah, injuries, have you heard anything on AC coming back? What's up?
Well, I mean, they said they're expecting to be there at Daytona, but I haven't heard a full confirmation, and I believed we look at the entry list, and we didn't see him there yet.
But even if AC erases, he's not going to get 10th.
He is on the entry list, but he has the medical sign next to his name still. So
okay, I'm just saying, even if AC is there, he's not a 10th place guy. He wasn't before he left. I doubt he's just going to come back in Daytona, the most physically demanding track, and just be like, yep, I'm going to top 10.
What if the injury fixed all of his other problems?
Oh, my gosh. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Give me a break. Yeah, that's all I got, man. That's the Wildcard Watch.
There it is.
Do you know what time it is, though, dude?
I do know what time it is.
You had to go look.
Welcome to the meme event.
No, it's Acerbis Lock Em In.
Acerbis Lock Em In. You got me excited. I was trying to look in the chat, see if anybody wanted to say anything.
Oh, you had one shot, dude. You had one shot. You blew it.
This is the Acerbis Lock Em In.
You just pulled a Billy Madison. You blew it. All right, here's my picks. Tomac, Webb, Jett Lawrence, RM Plessinger, Ken Roczen, Hunter.
So we got the same podium.
Dude, did I just put my foot in my mouth? I guess I put Hunter for the wild card and then talk myself out of it during the show.
Kind of why I brought him up, but
okay. Thanks for doing that.
Got shot down pretty hard.
Hey,
this is the biggest loser of the
night. Anyway. Maybe I'll look like a genius though and have it be right. So hey, if I put Hunter, obviously that's what I'm feeling. I'm going to go Hunter.
Yeah.
What do you
like
got?
You said, it's got to be one of those top dudes. Something happens and he goes
I agree.
back. So
okay, what do you got?
I've got Tomac, Webb, Lawrence, so same podium. Then I've got Sexton. I've got some faith in him, and AP's always there. So got him up there. If it does rain, I may change things up a little bit. I might even swap somebody out with Ken Roczen.
Okay.
So yeah,
I feel like Roczen and Ando are my two could flip flop right now.
Not looking good for Kenny.
Jeez. Not the Jay Sand hating over here. All right, well that is the Acerbis Lock Em In. Now you know what time it is, Charles. Now you can do it.
Welcome to the meme event.
Welcome to the danger zone, baby.
Welcome to the danger zone.
This meme is funny. I think Go Ride was actually at the race, but no wild card is not 8th place. It is 10th. Nick, rookie move, dude. He forgot to change that. Wild card is 10th, but
10th place. Yep.
I felt that way when I looked up and saw Oldenburg qualifying because he topped the board at one point. I mean, then everyone else came out, but I mean, so they had first session of qualifying, and they were in the B qualifying because it was their first 450 race.
Yeah.
So they had the first session, and then they came out for session 2. The B riders went first, but Oldenburg for a minute topped the board overall.
Well, even after everything, he was still in the top 10, right?
Yeah, no, he qualified great.
7th.
No, honestly, him and Mumphy rode really good. For the first 450 race, they rode great.
Awesome.
So yeah, but I felt that way. That's how I felt. What do we got next? That's salt in the wound.
I have no comments at this time. And Jason, I heart Chase and Chuck. No hate. Love it.
Oh, yeah, he does. All right, Vince Friese.
I turn now.
Dude.
Good luck, everybody else.
In the history of dirt bike racing, has there ever been a rider who just happens to be around it as much as Vince Friese, dude?
He's been featured a lot this last weekend.
Magnet, dude.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
is that a law of attraction thing?
I
almost
in
his life? What's
I'm
going
not
on?
quite, but I almost feel bad that it's dude, he can't help. He's in the middle of controversy even when it's not his fault.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Next, what we got?
Friese after causing a crash without even trying. Just what you said.
Yeah. I mean, even when there's a first turn pilot he's not there, he still apologizes on Instagram or whatever that was.
Yep.
Okay. What do we got next?
Oh, this was the best. The blind man driving the car. Friese in Arlington.
See, Friese is taking all the heat, and he didn't even do anything wrong. He held his line through the whoop section. I got no hate for Friese other than he was just there. Jett should have got Jett.
Poor guy.
That was on Jett more than Friese.
Hey, this is an awesome. It was more of a little video than a GIF or anything.
Yeah, it's a great GIF.
Guys driving around with the blind stick. It's great.
All right, what else?
Oh
my gosh!
Yeah,
it
if you want to
never
be
ends.
feared, all these are freeze, man. I almost feel bad right now.
It was like we made a freeze competition for
feel
memes.
bad.
Like submit your best meme freezes.
Welcome to the danger zone, baby. What was more cringe, mine or his? I'm a Deegan fan too, by the way.
I love Deegs,
Before
dude.
everybody hates on me for saying
No,
this.
I think he's great. It's welcome to the danger. It was like it was the voice change that did it for me. If you just be like, welcome to the danger zone. It was like, welcome to the.
He's pumped. He's celebrating.
Dude,
It's cool. It's
hey, props to him. He's making a lot more money than you and I are racing the dirt bike. Like,
Yep.
and he just won. So props to him. Okay, what else we got?
cool. Ooh, very true. Don't poke the bear.
Yeah, well, I mean, okay, here's a thought, though. Tomac said, got to keep these young guys or remind these young guys that they're still young.
Uh-huh.
I mean, Chase Sexton's 24, 25. Everyone else is old. There's only one rider that was directed towards.
Yeah, directly. Well, and I think it was the week before.
I mean, Hunter's 24, 25.
I think it was the week before that Jett was like, oh, it felt great to pass Tomac and blah, blah, something. I don't know if you mentioned the beast mode thing or not, but like.
Yeah, Glendale. He said he's not the Tomac that he was.
Yeah.
But I think Jett got too much heat for that because I think Jett was just referring to the fact that, look, we all know that Tomac was hurt. He's not at the level that he was last year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not like, oh, he's just not the Eli Tomac that he used to be. I think Jett was just saying, like, we know he's not the full Eli Tomac yet. But when he said, like, show these young guys are still young, is Chase Sexton at 24 years old or 25 considered young? Hunter's 24, 25. Like, there's only one rider in my eyes. I know. That's true. So anyway, I don't know. That's how I think.
Yeah.
Some
Book
people
of
think
Eli.
Jett was talking a little smack. One of the best.
We didn't see the Book of Eli.
Well, it was up there for a while. We just didn't mention it.
Yeah, that was a good one. That one made me chuckle.
I Break for Beavers. That is old Blake here at Rocky Mountain made that one. That's like honestly top 3 favorite movies, so I'm stoked on that one.
What about this movie? Cool. You ever seen Cool Runnings?
Yeah.
In the chat, we got Webb's team before the main. I see pride. I see power. I see a bad A mofo who won't take no crap off of nobody. Say it again. That's a good one.
Charles made that meme today and has been waiting all day long to do it. He just did. Wasn't as cringy as Danger Zone, baby, but I liked it, dude. Check you
I'm
out.
about the cringe. Anyway.
People are just loving you right now, dude.
Hey, we want to see your memes. Oh, this one was hilarious, too. Who made this one? Shirley?
Surely they did. AP is
Looking
okay.
at the weather forecast.
If it's a mudder, are you going to put AP to win? I'm not, because Tomac is really good in the mud, too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't put him to win, but definitely maybe move him up a few spots.
Okay. All right, next
Probably
up, what do we got? Is that it?
That's it. I think that's it, but
Charles
we love
made my
seeing your
day.
memes. We want to see more. There's great stuff in there, more that we didn't even show.
Yeah, make sure to go check them all out. But, hey, don't forget, Discord, link to that is down below. That's where you submit the memes. That's where, shout out Mr. Dr. JB. He posts the lap charts. He puts amazing stats in there. So please go check that out. You guys blow that up on race day. We love to see that. It's a community that we got going here with the RM Fantasy SXperts, dude. I love it. But, yeah, so go check out the Discord. Obviously, it looks like people love Charles's Cool Runnings. It is a good movie.
Love it. It is. It's a classic.
Who came up with that movie? It was like, I got a pitch for a movie. Some Jamaicans are going to go be
live on an island.
Is it based on a true story?
Based on a true story.
Sanka, you dead man. Really?
What you smoking on?
That's a good movie. All right. Well, that being said, thank you so much. Remember, we're giving away 20 tickets. Did we forget to talk about that earlier?
We did. 20 tickets to Indy.
Indy. Yeah, the next race I'll be at. 20 tickets. Comment down below. Not right now. After. Comment down below. This video's posted. And, sorry, Krista, I didn't know. Tell us if you can make it to Indy, and if you can, how many tickets you would need. And, yeah, and then Rachel, our sweetheart here, she will go through and pick some winners to give away some tickets to.
Yeah.
Charles, dude, 37-point spread between you and I. That's one pick, or 1.5.
37 points that you're going to have to make up to avoid eating the one chip challenge.
I mean, I really don't like the idea of that.
The aged one chip challenge.
Have you eaten one of those?
I've never eaten one of these. Supposedly, it's not as hot as the hot peanut, but
well, look, dude, you're like immune to hot stuff. So what I want to know, you should just eat one with. Okay, how about this, dude? I'll eat one no matter what.
Whoa.
Just eat one with me, because I want to know if it's worse than the peanut for you.
We can't be changing it.
I said I'll still eat it. You ate 9 of those peanuts.
I'll consider it.
I ate one and about died. Just saying.
I can consider it.
All right.
But then what would the bet be? I mean,
that's generous of you,
I just
Charles.
suffer regardless.
I put both. Yeah. Well, you don't. That's my point. Is you don't even suffer. Like you eat that stuff and just like you just continue on like normal. It's not a big deal.
We could get a heat scale rating basically out of it. Anyway, that said, good luck on your picks, everybody. This has been an awesome season, and hopefully it stays spicy.
Ooh, good
one. So cheesy.
Wow,
anyway,
you Cool Runnings are just crushing.
Anyway, gonna be a good weekend. Have fun, and we'll catch you guys next week, 4 p.m.
All right, everyone. See you next week.